قال, the hadith tonight in collection, Imam Muslim, narrated to us by ثوبان. ثوبان is one of the Prophet ﷺ's servants. He's a beautiful, beautiful gentleman. And at some point we should go over his seerah or his story. He's a very, very lovely person. And the hadith that he narrated for us are just extremely, if we just go through his story by just narrating the hadith that he narrated, there's enough there. He was a very attentive person. He always asked interesting questions. And what he told us in this hadith, it's still the theme is etiquettes of Salah. And this is a simple etiquette that everyone here knows, but I just want to solidify it for you through something that was said at the time of the Prophet ﷺ. قال ثوبان قال كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم إذا فرغ من صلاته استغفر الله ثلاث ثم قال اللهم أنت السلام ومنك السلام تباركت يا ذا الجلال والإكرام. So ثوبان tells us the Prophet ﷺ, anytime he prayed, once he finished his prayer, he sought forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala 3 times. So we say astaghfirullah, either in the short form or in the long form. It doesn't matter. Both are khair. The long form, obviously, there's more ajr, but it doesn't matter. He would ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for forgiveness 3 times. And of course, the hikmah behind this, or the wisdom, the piece of wisdom, or the reasoning behind this, is that the Prophet ﷺ would see that his relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through salah was something that he was always trying to perfect and be better at. So at the end of Salah, he would ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive him for the shortcomings of that interaction or that session that he just had. He spent that time with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it could have been better. He could have been more attentive. He could have been with him. There's always room to have more adab and to have more closeness and to have more khushu'. So the Prophet ﷺ would ask Allah for forgiveness at the end of every prayer. And this is the mentality that we should all have. You pray your prayer and then you turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and seeking forgiveness, because there's no amount of hudur and khushu' and clarity that you can have that will equal the opportunity of salah itself. The fact that Allah, the King of Kings, the Sovereign of the universe, is offering you moments with Him, and He is your Creator, and He does not need you, and you need Him. So there is no amount of it that will be equal to it. You're always going to be in the negative. So the moment you finish your salah, you turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala immediately in istighfar. I know that I didn't do as well as I could have. And then this beautiful dua, Allahumma anta salam. Oh Allah, you are the source of peace. This is what salam is, right? And Islam is submission. Salam is peace. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's name is Salam, the source of peace. True peace, actual peace. The peace that you seek out in life, that what you look for in your heart, what you hope to find, which is the same stuff that if you had in your prayer would be better anyways. Like if you had that peace, then your salah would automatically be better. So he's using Allah's name as Salam because that's what he's looking for. That's what you want. You want to have peace. If you have all the money in the world but no peace, it's no. If you have all the friends in the world, if you have all the power, if you have all the status, but you have no peace, then what does it matter? Well, if you have love and peace in life, then you have missed out on nothing. There is nothing that anyone can say, hey, have you ever seen that or done that and something that you should have missed out? You didn't miss out on anything. You have missed out on nothing at all if you have peace and you have love. And this is something that the human race has fully come to. Muslims and religious, non-religious, we've agreed to this. That this is, yes, there's a part of us, there's these instincts that want wealth and want power and seek out certain momentary highs that we think. But really, for the long run, for true happiness, you need peace and you need love. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allahumma anta salam, oh Allah, you are the source of peace. وَمنك السلام, and peace comes from you. Peace that occurs amongst populations and nations, and peace that you find inside of you. And the peace that you will find inside of you, which is what he's pointing out here, alayhi salatu wasalam. The peace that we want inside of us, the peace that we all yearn for. وَمِنْكَ السَّلَامُ, that peace comes from you. You are the source of it, and it comes from you. And he doesn't even ask for it, alayhi salatu wasalam. It's like Ayub, مَسَّنِيَ الضُّرُّ وَأَنْتَ أَرْحَمُ الرَّاحِمِينَ. I am in pain, and you are the most merciful. Well, khalas, I'm not going to say more than that. Alayhi salatu wasalam, after each prayer, Anta salam, ومنك السلام. You are the source of peace. And peace only comes from you. تباركت يا ذا الجلال والإكرام. You are the one of great status. You are the one of great generosity. And the barakah that comes from you continues to increase time and time again. That's it. He didn't ask for it. Word by word, alayhi salatu wasalam. Why? Adab. Adab al-Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Adab. Within this, the etiquette. Wallahi, if we were to perform If I were to spend the next year, every khatirah, every khutbah, and every dars, just talking about adab, I think I would still need another year afterwards. I am slowly, subhanAllah, yani people who are more wise than you don't realize their wisdom until you're too late in life. And if you can be smart, if you're smart, then you figure that out beforehand and you win time. I've never been smart when it comes to these things. All of the shuyukh that taught me, their focus was always about the adab. You need to have the right etiquette. When you speak to Allah, when you speak to people, when you do this, the adab, focus on the adab. And I never really fully absorbed that piece. You're young and you feel like you're a stallion and you can do everything and you're running at 100 miles per hour and you think, and you don't realize that those who came before you, they have wisdom, they have hikmah, they know what they're talking about. And now, I'm not even that old, but now after doing this, yes, it's the adab. When there's lack of, when Islam as a movement lacks adab, we get nowhere. When Muslims as in populations lack adab, they can't do anything. When Muslims as individuals don't have adab, then they're not going to go very far. This piece has to come back again. We have to learn the etiquettes of the Prophet ﷺ. Not just in how we speak to each other and how we deal with our parents and our spouses and our children, but also how we speak to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and how we understand our relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and with the other person and with the person who's against us. That adab has to be brought back again into our lives. Because without it, I just don't see, subhanAllah. And you can, this dua that you make every day 5 times, if you know that it's just a dua that is filled with adab, where the Prophet ﷺ knows what he wants. He's not going to ask for it. He's going to do like Ayyub did. You know what I want. And you are the greatest. You are the tebarakt. All good keeps on coming from you and it's underestimated. And you are the one of status, الجلال. And you are the one of ikram. You're the one who is most generous. And hopefully that'll be enough to get me what I want. صلى الله عليه وسلم. It's a beautiful thing. يروي الإمام مسلم في صحيحه عن ثوبان مولى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم إذا قضى صلاته استغفر الله 3 ثم قال اللهم أنت السلام ومنك السلام تباركت يا ذا الجلال والإكرام. صدق رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك.